Okay, so as I've said before, I'm not really that much of a He-Man buff. I don't know all that kind of stuff. Um, but just doing these videos because I have these in my collection, and we're going around the room. So next up is um, my Man-in-Arms figure from the 2002 modern line of He-Man, and I don't really like to focus too much on the negative of figures, but I was looking him over and I was thinking, well, what am I gonna say, if anything, about this man at arms? And the first thing that I thought, and this it mostly is coming to me because I feel like they had this problem. Hopefully, they've fixed it. But for a while there was a problem with even G.I. Joe figures. It seems like when they release a figure that has a helmet that's removable, they seem to give it the same size head, or sometimes even larger head than the rest of the figures. But it seems like the sculptors or the design or whoever or many people that play a role in the why some figures have such small heads and others don't. Um, I don't know if they know this, or maybe they could explain why this happens, but um, basically it's his head. I don't know if you can tell on my camera, but his head is so small, and I think it's again the problem that he's got this helmet on, and so they seem to think that with the head and the helmet, it makes up for such a small head. So maybe it's just me, but seems like he has a rather small head, or the other figures in the line have larger heads. So I'm not sure what happened there, but that's probably well, that's one of the negative things I guess you could say about this figure. The other one was kind of funny, and I should look at some of my packaged figures, but I'm reading the description here, and it says, defend Eternia and fight evil with fully articulated Masters of the Universe 6-inch heroic warrior figures. Each figure with moving arms, legs, and neck, and unique battle action. So, yeah, I know other people have mentioned it too. It's kind of funny that Mattel considered these fully articulated. Um, More so than the original He-Man figures, that's true. Because, they can go up that way and then around and stuff. But he's obviously got a gimmick in his hand right there that lets him do that. And I think, no, yeah, there it is. Quite a bit of them had this uh, button in the back that allowed you to do that. And then depending on where you put his hand, you can get him to do more of a, you know, slamming or punching motion. Um, but yeah, so a little bit more articulated. And I don't usually get into articulation because most people already know their articulation. But like they put articulation on this hand, but you can't really go up because of the shoulder pad that's right there. And then this one's fine, so that's better. They still have this same um, waist articulation that they had in the 80s. The only thing is he doesn't have the whip back. And I think every single figure had that because they were held together like with a rubber band that caused that. And then they are, in my opinion, basically a T-crotched figure, but thankfully with how they exaggerated his fur loincloth or whatever here, you can't really tell, and so it doesn't really bother me that much when I can't see it. And you can take his club out. A lot easier when you're able to not have to show it in front of a camera, of course. But so just like with the new release, I believe, this is rather soft, and so after a while it does bend. But you can see that he's obviously done quite a bit of defending of Eternia with it, because it's got all these nicks and pieces of it missing and everything. And so good detail. I mean, that's the one thing that we all pretty much know, is that the Four Horsemen, they are fantastic on the detail. And so definitely not lacking any of that. Love how they made it where he's got one regular boot and then another one that's more armor. I don't know if this has ever been disputed or not, but from what I've seen and what I'm thinking myself is kind of wonder if he's kind of like a cyborg, because it seems like he has all this other armor on, but then on this side he's got an added bit of armor, and so maybe this is his one good leg, and then this is the one that's robotic. I love the gun. Right here, you've got a button somewhere. Oh, there it is. So, pretty well hidden button. And that should be the one that fires it. Maybe my missile launcher's broken. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it might be. Well, that's nice. There it goes. That's weird. So just very tight. No, it flew off the table. So we'll try that again. There it goes. So yeah, obviously I had not played with this missile launcher because it was still stuck in the... But again, awesome detail. But I think that's pretty much all I'll say about him. Just show some more views of him. So again, not the best articulated, but definitely great detail. Glad to have him. Especially now how they've released the classics version of him. It's nice to be able to have for the collection. I don't have any of the old He-Man stuff because, again, that stuff all got given away when I moved away. But, for right now, with people that don't collect, when they do come to visit, it'll be nice to be able to show that this is an updated version of Man-at-Arms, and then I have the classics one too. So to be able to share the difference between those two when people come to visit is always really nice. So I think that's about all I'll say for this figure. So I will see you all later. Bye.